Greetings, hello, and welcome into the hourglass. All right, today we're going to be doing a divine masculine energy tap. Remember, energy is king here on the hourglass, so divine masculine could be male or female. We both have that yin and yang energy within our soul. That's what we need to kind of flow through life, all right, to create, to grow here. Now, congratulations if you have answered a call on your twin flame journey. You have chosen to be bigger in a bigger divine plan rather than the society or cultural norms. You're here to be a cycle breaker. You're here to raise the vibration on earth. So it goes really beyond having union with your twin flame. And remember, in separation or union physically, you guys are always healing each other. So once you do the healing work, you're healing your twin and vice versa. It's a teacher and student collaboration here, right? It's not child and parent, all right? Teacher and student. So you guys are basically learning off of each other. You guys have the same soul frequency, two different bodies with two different emotional, physical needs as well. So keep that in mind, all right? You guys have transcend the male and female relationship that society has deemed as successful. So it will be past the romance and the whining and dining and the flowers and the, you know what I'm saying? It's past that. We're doing some deep spiritual healing here, right? Breaking through a lot of glass ceilings. So it's gonna be mucky, it's gonna be hurtful, but it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's miraculous, breathtaking, right? So let's see where your divine masculine may be. And the roles could flip-flop, all right? So let's see where your divine masculine is at right now. Not every divine masculine energy tap is going to resonate with you, and that should be okay. Cool beans, right? Divine masculine, what's going on? So we have dialogue, and we have service, all right? So I'm going to keep going. This is something different for me. I do have something going on in mind, but I'm going to keep going. Some honest words come in, divine feminine. Very honest words. So be prepared to listen. Dialogue is about listening, not listening to respond or react. You're listening to comprehend, to understand, to better understand the situation. Hey. All right, divine masculine. Let's see what's going on with this dialogue. What is the connecting card between service and dialogue? Hey. We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. So for some of you divine feminines, your divine masculine wants you to trust something that they're doing or trust something that they're going to tell you, hey. So they have an aim or they have a goal that they want to reach, and they may need to explain to you why they're so difficult to deal with or hard to read at this time. Divine masculine, what is the connecting card, hey? Reconciliation. So reconciliation could mean a lot of things here, but I'm definitely picking up that your divine masculine wants you to give this partnership a chance. It says give your relationship a chance. So they want to be a better service to you, divine feminine. They want to be a better service to this connection, but they need you to trust them. They need you to trust them that they're on this mission, or trust them to lead in their own way. For some of you divine feminines, that may be very difficult, being that you want to stay in control, and that may be your overly masculine energy that wants to stay in control. Sometimes we develop this over masculinity energy or masculine energy to protect ourselves, all right? So wanted to be in control, but you're actually losing control. A lot of times we feel like we're in control, but we're out of control. So divine feminine, just check yourself. It's just a friendly reminder that sometimes you really have to put trust in people despite of the disappointments or who they were before. Now, nobody said you have to put all of your trust into this person, but give them space to prove who they think they are or who they want you to know them as, all right? That's what I'm getting there. Now, with the service card, I feel like your divine masculine wants you to listen to the truth in the heart space. This is a heart chakra card. So I don't know if this would resonate, but what I'm getting is listen to your heart with the dialogue and the service card. Your divine masculine wants you to kind of be still and get centered and listen to the truth that's coming from your heart about how they feel about you. They may be in some difficult situation right now, and they're trying to overcome that. They have an aim. This could also be that this divine masculine is in this hunter's energy, and they're very, very dedicated to whatever this hunting energy is about. So it could be about wealth, it could be about success, it could even be about their own healing as well. It could also be about having a better life, hey, with the service card. Your person, your divine masculine, is seeking a higher passage or a higher path here with that service card. They're in this hunter's attitude or this warrior's attitude, and they want this better life, and they're asking you to trust them to lead despite of the transgressions before. Now, this is not going to resonate with each and every one of you. A lot of you are not on this level yet, and that's okay. This may be what's coming to come in the near future. I don't do futuristic readings, and I don't do past. I do present energies only. Your divine masculine has this goal, this plan of being steady with you in the future. They feel like their love is protecting the both of you here. At times they may feel like they're very naive, but then when they feel their heart energy, the divine feminine shine through pretty strongly in the heart space. And this is how they know the truth is here, because their heart feels the truth. You know the truth by how it feels here. It's like they're begging you to trust them. They're begging you to kind of like, okay, so they want you to remember something. They're saying close your eyes and remember something, hey, and they feel like you're resisting it. They could feel like you're pulling away, you're trying to pull away, and the only way that they could hold on to you is through memories or through energetic or heart space connections, hey. They feel you in a very personal way, so they feel you in their cells, in their veins. All right, they feel like the both of you are sharing consciousness. They feel like this is a very sincere friendship. So even though they may have done you some really crazy shit, hurt your feelings, you have also hurt your divine masculine feelings as well, whether they show you or not. I feel like for some of you, if you kind of like rejected your masculine, or you didn't show up in a way that they were expecting you to, it hurt them, and they reacted to those hurts by trying to hurt you back. So it's like hurt people, but I feel like they have so far kind of managed or overcome that type of mindset and dealing with this friendship, because it feels like a sincere friendship. It feels like at times they could tell you anything, even if they don't tell you anything. It feels like you're a person that they could actually open up to, but it's going to take them some time if they're in this warrior's energy. A lot of warriors are very solo. They don't trust easy because they have been hurt in the past, and this is why they develop this warrior's energy. All right, but I do feel like your divine masculine right now is kind of discipline or strengthening their spiritual practice has. So whatever that may be, I feel like they're working on it, they're developing it, and it's helping them with this warrior's energy, this hunter's energy. Some of them could be hunting down their fears as well, and this is in turn giving them some sort of love or compassion towards the both of you. So the more that they overcome a lot of things that hurt them and heal, the more the heart space open up, the more that they could find their divine feminine that's in that heart space. You're shining through the heart space energy, and with dialogue, they're listening to their heart's truth, and they're hoping that you're listening to your heart's truth as well. They're in a dark space here. Despite of the orange and the yellow, they're in the dark space, but their light is protecting them. Their truth, the love that they feel is protecting them, is giving them the courage to fight through a lot of darkness in this card. And it's something that you cannot see, divine feminine. They possibly cannot see the darkness as well, but because of their heart's truth, they're fighting here. All right. So they're asking you to kind of like stop listening to your friends, or stop listening to your ego or your hurts, and close your eyes and listen to your heart's truth, to trust it and to have faith in them and your heart's truth. That's what I'm getting here, right? Okay, so your divine masculine in the reconciliation card, someone from the past is returning in your life. For some of you, it's another past person that's returning, and your divine masculine may pick up on this as well. Believe it or not, if you're going through that dream phase and you could feel it, You know, you could pick up your divine masculine's voice. They're doing the same thing here. All right. And they could be picking up that somebody from your past is coming back. They may even have talks with this person and they're hearing this from the grapevine as well. Take that how it resonates. But you know, your divine masculine, they want to meet your needs. They want to be the person. They want to be that divine masculine that you deserve, hey, believe it or not. And this is why they're going through this darkness, hey. This is why they're fighting. This is why they're overcoming it. This is why they're healing. Because they want to meet your needs and desires. All right? They want you to love them for who they are, not for who you want them to be. Okay? They want you to love them for who they are, not who you want them to be, divine feminine. They understand, they appreciate that you see that potential, but they rather you trust and love them for who they are right this minute. All right? And for some of you, that may be very difficult. So we have 7-7 going on here. We have 25, we have 34. That may be time. Sorry, that may be age brackets here as well. It doesn't have to be. But I'm this 7-7 energy. So your divine masculine is in this 7-7 energy where they're kind of researching. They're doing a lot of researching on themselves. They're trusting their intuition because it's giving them a sense of freedom. There's a lot of curiosity in this warrior's energy with the service card. So, you know, a lot of great things or a lot of amazing possibilities may be happening in business for your divine masculine. And this is giving them the freedom to kind of like explore possible outcomes with their divine feminine in their imagination as well. So they may be meeting a lot of ascended masters as well. That's helping them to see the light within themselves. Hey. All right. So they want this reconciliation. They want to return. But when they return, they want you to trust who they are or who they have grown mature into. All right. Divine feminine. Let's see what else. So the darkness is hey. And the darkness is this divine masculine's old friend, all right? It's kind of like I'm back here in this darkness again. And now that I have a sense of my heart, what my heart feels, I could move forward. This love always brings me deeper pleasure, divine feminine. So again, the heart space, trust in their heart's truth. They feel you in their heart. It's no longer in their mind only, it's in their heart space. And they're holding on to you. You give them a lot of inner strength. They're trying to protect you with their wings. So if their wings were clipped at an early age, this love is helping them to remember how to fly. All right. For some of you, your divine masculine wings has been clipped, but the person who did that or whatever happened to cause that clipping of the wings forgot that this divine masculine has claws. All right. So they're clawing their way out of this darkness, being very selfless. They're learning to be very selfless and considerate. Don't compromise your standards for me. So your divine masculine is very aware that they have overstepped some boundaries here. They have took advantage of their divine feminine's love and respect and acceptance, choosing to follow a higher path. Divine masculine, the divine masculine that resonates with this reading, they are choosing to run in the darkness now instead of running away from it. Honest sinner. So the honest sinner showed up a couple times for divine masculine's readings. Listen, your divine masculine is no saint, but when they're facing their demons and their darkness, the angel appears. So your divine masculine was running from their darkness and their demons for years, donkey years, right? As soon as they face this darkness, when they face their demons, the angel appears out of them. We all possess we all possess demons and we all possess angels. It depends. It's your choice where you want to live. And with this honest sinner, they're going to return to they kind of want to tell you some things that they did just to get it off of their chest, just so you could be aware of who they were. All right. But again, you have to trust them. You have to have faith. They want you to trust them. They're not really proud of the things that they have done. And they want you to see them for who they are, not who you want them to be, not this brilliant magnificent, flawless potential. They're grateful that you see them that way, but they want you to accept them for who they are. I feel like what they're trying to get out there when they want you to accept them and trust them for who they are, it's their first step into acknowledging that they could become better. But if we keep glossing over or ignoring or keep pushing your divine masculine into this potential that you see, it's almost like you're molding them, you're clipping their wings, like what somebody else may have done or whatever situation that they may have been in that overlooked who they were as a person. So it's very important to this divine masculine that you see them for who they are. All right, because that's going to give them the first step to enlightenment, to healing, to choosing this higher path. For a lot of you, this divine masculine is choosing to run into their darkness. They're choosing to light themselves on fire, hey, to get out of this darkness. All right. So I do feel like they're communicating with you in the heart space when it comes to the dialogue energy. And again, a lot of this researching energy is going on with your divine masculine. Now, with the dialogue, what I'm picking up here is don't compromise your standards with me and the dialogue. You and your divine masculine is sharing a lot of consciousness here, and you pick up a lot of time this restless mind. Your divine masculine is trying to communicate with you about some deep concerns here. They want to know your needs and your wants. All right, but it's like you have to communicate in a very positive way with this divine masculine, or else it's like everything will come crashing down. Your divine masculine may be feeling very tense right now with all of this flexing of the muscles. So they may be feeling very tense right now. They could be biting off the nails, biting off the cheek, in the inner cheeks. There could be a lot of ideas and beliefs and thoughts that's easily flowing through them. They're trying to empty their mind with the dialogue card, as well as like they want to start over or a clean slate. And again, all of this potential is not working for your divine masculine because they're accepting you for who you are. Even if you're kind of resisting them, even if you have blocked them, even if you're ignoring them, they are taking it in. They're accepting it for what it is, not what it could be. They're done playing that game of what it could be or what it should be or what if. They're tired of playing that game. It's creating too much tense energy within them. All right. So right now, your divine masculine may be balancing between the light and the dark. They're trying to show up in that hermit energy, but I'm really feeling like their feminine energy is connected to the high priestess. So they're trying to sit in this balance between light and darkness. Hey. All right. And again, when they face the darkness and their demon, their angel will appear. Their angel side will appear. They're an honest sinner. They're not proud of the things that they've done under tension, especially. All right. So they want to have this acknowledgement or this conversation about their emotions. Your divine masculine may be feeling like a dark person right now. They may be doing a lot of things that they're not proud of. It's like they're kind of like adjusting to their darkness. I feel like they have a lot of stomach irritations as well. Could be feeling a lot of butterflies, or they just feel like they're about to throw up when they want to talk to you. Hey, as well. So, you know, they want to come, some of them are communicating with nature as well, communicating with nature, and therefore they're communicating with source, with the most high, communicating with their divine feminine or their feminine energy as well. So I feel like at times they want to shout out at the top of their lungs how they're feeling, but they have this like kind of like stoic energy about themselves. All right. So they just want to talk to you. And I feel like in this time of separation or silence, it's very peaceful from the cards that I'm seeing here. In choosing to follow a higher path, they could even be developing better communication skills, and they can't wait to kind of demonstrate or exercise this communication skills with you. But they want you to listen for the truth. They want you to have clarity when they do talk to you. So they're doing this inner study on themselves. They're being more open. We see the divine masculine kind of being more open to the divine feminine energy. And this could be your divine masculine being more open and trusting of their own feminine energy. And in return, the outcome of that is they're managing the emotional currents of being overwhelmed and tense here. but they want to discuss this. They need to get this off of their chest so you could trust them more. They feel like if they tell you some sort of truth, you would trust them more, but it's to kind of like communicate it is the problem here. Don't compromise your standards for me. So this divine masculine may not want you to go so easy on them. Let's bust down the tarot and see what's up. 7 7 7 is actually my lucky number. It's a very holy number. It talks about new opportunities, synchronicities, patience, and trust. There's some sort of commitment, or your divine masculine is making a commitment to themselves to be more transparent or be more emotionally expressive towards you, more selfless in this situation. 6 of Cups in reverse. So they have not let go of the past divine feminine. So they're very nostalgic and they're not letting go of these memories. For some of you, this is the darkness of their childhood wounds that they're facing. They're tapping into their inner light or their childlike energy. So they could be facing the boogeyman. There's the Empress coming up for the second time today. Divine feminine, you are their Empress. They know that. They know who you are. They recognize who you are. You are a beacon of peace, of light. All right. And it doesn't matter what you do. You could kind of like scold them, cuss them out, tell them about themselves, but they still see you as very regal, as someone that demands respect, someone that's very generous, somebody who's very forgiving. Even though you may put up a fight, you may challenge them, but they do know at the end of the day, we should forgive each other. We should hold each other. We shouldn't let each other go to sleep restless or angry. Your divine masculine is working on some stuff here. They're choosing to follow a higher path. And they're hoping that you trust that they do the right thing. You know, they don't want to let you down, divine feminine. They want you to cling to them. Cling to me. Hold on to me, divine feminine. Divine masculine, what is up? So we have the Page of Swords. Again, that's student energy, that inner study with the Page of Swords. Right now, your divine masculine may be feeling like there's some good news, or they want to share some good news with you. Something about clarity, about a goal here that they're getting, and they wish they could just communicate this with you. But again, the past, you may be holding on to the past or clinging to the past. This honest sinner, they're not proud of something that they did, and they want to tell you about it. We have the Knight of Cups coming up for the second time today. So there's a burst of creativity, or your divine masculine may be getting very creative and battling this darkness. So we're in this Hangman's energy. Your divine masculine is deliberately putting things on a pause right now because they have to face their own matrix. They have to face their own darkness. But I guarantee you, when they come out of this darkness with the Hangman's energy, they're going to come out with more resilience, endurance. We see this divine masculine getting very strong here. So even though they're not cut, they're not physically chiseled and cut, they're developing a lot of inner strength here. And that's what's going to give them this strong spiritual enlightenment of the higher path of the Hangman. So they're choosing to take a pause from this connection to follow a higher path. We have the Star coming out twice for today. So we have Aquarian and Sagittarian energy. We have the Queen of Swords. So your divine masculine, this is where we come up with the Trust card we saw earlier in the Romance Oracle. Your divine masculine wants you to trust the situation. They want you to accept it without judgment of the Queen of Swords, all right? It's being able to have this discernment without judgment, or accepting what it is in a very intellectual way. I am working with my lapis lazuli and my turquoise gemstones or crystals, and that's to bring intellect with intuition into play, to blend these two frequencies or these two energies. So there's guidance here. Your divine masculine could just be watching you, taking little cues from you. They could see that you're also healing, and this is why they don't want to compromise your standards, because they also see how much healing that you're doing, and they're looking at you as the Empress, as the guiding star, the guiding light, the beacon of peace. Some of you, your divine masculine may be practicing aura cleansing, all right? So they could understand that they have rips and holes and tears in their aura, and they're trying to heal their aura by calling out any type of soul fragments back to themselves, back to its proper place, releasing soul fragments that they have learned from people, from you. So divine feminine, if you're feeling like this splurge or this burst of creative energy, or you just feel full of life, full of yourself, it's because your divine masculine has given you back some of the energy that they have took from you in the star card. Something that you mightn't even know, something that they mightn't even know that they're doing. With this Ace of Cups, listen, divine feminine, this is not unrequited love. It is very heavy, and at times it feels very brokenhearted and disappointing that your divine masculine cannot show up for you, because they're in this hangman's energy. They're choosing to put a pause on this connection. The song is playing, the playlist is playing, the love frequency is still there. You guys are still communicating even in this hangman's energy. They're still very focused on this love, but they're also replenishing their own soul cup. All right. And it's important that you know that. It's important that you trust that and love them for who they are. There's a deep healing going on here after a deep heartbreak. So if this divine masculine broke your heart by being this honest sinner, it has definitely broken their heart as well. But you guys had to break each other's heart, or this heartbreak had to happen for this healing to start. We have the Ace of Pentacles going on. So again, two aces here. Your divine masculine in this pause is getting a lot of enlightenment on how to start a new cycle with you, possibly in the physical. They're kind of like overcoming a lot of this darkness that's wedging, that's putting a pause between the both of you. They're coming back. Some of you, they're coming back with a token of appreciation. This could be rings. This could be completion of an old cycle to begin something here. For some of you, your divine masculine has chosen to follow a higher path, and that has led them to a new business, a new career, a new job. All right. There's something here about listening without judging with the Queen of Swords energy, divine feminine. We understand, we all go through it, where we disappoint, we let down the people that we love, but we don't stop loving them. We may have put up very healthy boundaries, or we learn not to be so emotional or clingy, but we don't stop loving them. And your divine masculine is hoping that you're not done. It's not unrequited here. All right, it's not unrequited, and there's a lot of tears going on here in the hangman's position. So your divine masculine's life right now is upside down, and to be truthful, they feel very exposed, they feel very vulnerable, but they're walking against the rain with the service card in that warrior's energy. They're running towards that dark tunnel. They're running towards the darkness, where before they weren't, where before they were choosing to be a stalemate. This is a different type of pause. This is a pause right before the Ace of Cups. So this is a pause. This is an enlightened time for your divine masculine before they come in with this new emotional beginning or cycle between the both of you. It's giving them strength. The soul connection that you guys have, the love that you share in the heart chakra, is they're hearing the truth in their heart chakra. They could hear you, divine feminine. There's a need for salvation and forgiveness here with the Ace of Pentacles, Star, and the Ace of Cups. They know that you took your emotions out of it. You're kind of turned off right now. And they know that. They know that. They have been turned off too. But again, when they decide to face their darkness because they have no other choice, because the divine feminine is turned off, you're now choosing to be very smart about your moves with your divine masculine, and that has pushed them to face their own darkness. And that's how it should be, but they're holding on to you energetically in this hangman's energy. Right now, they don't have any direction, but they have new understandings about the stagnations, about the limitations. They're having stronger beliefs about this love with the Ace of Cups. And there's a sense of healing with the Three of Swords. But again, it's disappointments as well. So it's like they're healing, but they're having this awareness of the disappointments. Now, we did see the Six of Cups here, and it was in reverse. And that's telling me your divine masculine is not letting go of the memories here, but they are resolving a lot of childhood issues surrounding reciprocity and reciprocation here. There's a sense of peace even though there's suffering, if that makes sense. So it's like there's suffering, but there's relief happening every time they let go or every time they close out or resolve a childhood issue. Someone clipped your divine masculine's wings when they were small. All right. And through this love with you, divine feminine, having to heal their feminine energy, having to trust their intuition, their wings are hey. You know, they may have been clipped, they may have been wounded, and your divine masculine may have forgotten how to fly. But now it's coming back. They're remembering who they are. They're healing and remembering, but they have not forgot these issues here with the Six of Cups in reverse. They're tired of repeating the past here. There's a lot of bad memories that they don't understand that's coming up in this Hangman's energy, but they're having new understandings about these bad memories, about this darkness. All right. They feel like you may be slipping away or fading away because you're in this Queen of Swords energy. But again, they want you to trust the situation without judgment. They want you to be smart. All right. And they want you to be smart about how you empower yourself. For some of you, divine masculine, they don't want you, even though they had this like continuous disappointment or betrayals with you, they don't want you to use that hurt to kind of get outside of your element. All right. They want you to be regal. They want you to be respective of yourself. All right. And if you are, they're very like mesmerized. They feel very drawn and pulled to you with the Knight of Cups. All right. And they know they have to step out of their comfort zone. And they're doing that by starting to face their own darkness. So with the the Ace of Pentacles, what I'm picking up here is that they're wanting to build security here with you. They're wanting to rebuild trust with you. They know it's not going to be the same. They know it because you're in the Queen of Swords energy and you're being really smart about how you show your love or your emotions. They know that they can't rebuild the trust and it goes back to the same, but they want you to start to trust them. They're seeing something about their future here with the Hangman, Ace of Pentacles, and Ace of Cups. I'm seeing like this fetal position. So they're really like in an insecure place in their life, but they're choosing to battle it out. They're choosing to still tap into this warrior's energy. They want to know what you need, what you desire, but they want you to state it in a way where you're not talking down to them, but more in an empowered way of seeing. It's like they want you to conversate or they want you to communicate what you need, what you want, even on bad terms. Even when you don't feel loving, they still want you to communicate. For some of you, your divine masculine is completely ignoring you, and it's because they're in this dark energy. All right. It's because they don't see any sense of direction with the Hangman's energy because they're in a dark tunnel. They're facing their demons. Hey, so if they're ignoring you, they may be just entering the tunnel or they're standing in front of the tunnel. All right. Divine feminine, if you're in this Queen of Swords energy, continue to be more empowered and insightful, but without judgment. Without judgment, because I'm hearing that you were not as innocent as they were as well, regardless of what you did and how you feel. It's like you yourself were stuck in your own comfort zone, doing things that, you know, you thought was like protecting you or in a safe zone. So they know that you were kind of like holding on to past issues as well and had like this tough exterior. You could have been overgiven with the Empress energy, and when you didn't get your way, you turned into this Queen of Swords where you were very hostile or very you're very cutting with your words. All right. And they noticed that. So it's almost like you were being a spoiled brat too, divine feminine. Take that how it resonates. That's just what I'm picking up here. So they're asking you to kind of step out of your comfort zone and trust that they're doing what they need to do by choosing to follow a higher path. So right now, the connection between the both of you has no direction because your divine masculine feels very exposed on this higher path that they're on. So it's almost like they're fighting for themselves right now. And they're hoping that you trust that they know that they're going to do the right thing. I'm hearing save yourself for me, or I'm hearing save yourself. Or maybe your divine masculine is working on saving the connection, hey, by reconciliation. They could also be saving money where they're very financial insecure or stingy. There's a lack of money, so it's almost like when money comes in, it goes out. It's not unrequited, hey, even though there's no direction, divine feminine, and it's important that you know that. It's like they're paying for a lot of their deeds right now. It's coming back to them. The past may be coming back to haunt them, and they have to face it. As long as we see ourselves as victims, we will allow ourselves to be victimized. We allow ourselves to victimize each other. Okay, so I'm going to read it again. Kind of stumbled there. As long as we see ourselves as victims, we will allow ourselves to victimize each other. Okay, so take that how it resonates. Talk to me like I'm someone you love. So that's what I'm saying. You may have overgive, expecting to be like recognized or fawned over, or you just was expecting them to kind of give you what you was given, but they couldn't at the time because there was a lot of unresolved issues going on with your divine masculine. Their wings was clipped. They knew that, they felt that, that was their truth at that time. You may have pulled back, decided to take your love out of the equation, which is fine because you're still very empowering and very inspirational to your divine masculine. But when it comes to compensating or kind of communicating what you need or what you want or what you desire from them, they want you to speak to them like it's someone that you respect, love, and trust. Even if they feel, or even if you feel like they're not worth it, everybody comes with their own baggages, all right? I love you. And despite how it looks, I don't want our relationship to be a fight. And that's what your energy is, divine feminine. You're in this like fighting energy while your divine masculine is fighting for themselves to pull through this darkness. All right. But you're like fighting your divine masculine, could be energetically. You know, again, if you guys are communicating in silence, your divine masculine could feel your anger. They feel your resentments. Hey, and I'm not saying that you should change it, but I'm saying that if you really want this to work, or you see this working out, you have to come from a place of compassion and love. With the service card, you have to be more selfless. This is what this whole game is teaching you here. All right, is to be more compassionate and selfless here with love. That's just the game. This is just the mission. So going through this hardship or going through this self-worth awakening, spiritual awakening, that's what it's teaching you with the Ace of Cups. I'm already feeling awful. Do you really think I haven't heard you? I can absolutely see why you'll be annoyed with me, but can you give me some sign that you still love me? So they know that they have pushed you. They burnt you out, hey, but they still want you to give them a sign that you love them. And this could be through the heart space. You don't have to call them or text them. Send them that love. Like, hey, and like I mentioned before, if this is a true divine masculine, divine feminine connection, is equally yoked, it's recognized by the Most High. At the end of the day, you should feel okay with whatever is happening between you and your twin flame. It shouldn't feel like you're gonna die or you're in fear of your life or nothing like that. You should always feel at home and it's gonna be okay. All right, if it's involving in violence and things that are tearing you down, it may not be your genuine twin flame that you're dealing with. All right, so just keep that in mind. There's something really important I need to say to you. So that's the Page of Swords. And I would like you to truly listen, not react. So, you know, they're already suspecting that you're going to react, divine feminine, when they try to pull up to you or communicate with you. You may be doing this energetically as well. Every time you feel your divine masculine or you hear them or it's a reminder, you get really, really hostile. You react to it and they sense it. They feel you push back on them. All right. They're hoping that you don't react when they do communicate with you. Some time could have passed. They could have really been going through a lot of difficulties with whatever karmic account they're dealing with, because in this Hangman's energy, it's like their world is turned upside down. And for whatever reason, they don't feel like you should be involved, because we have don't compromise your standards for me. All right. So they admire that you're very empowering. They admire that you have like this, I don't take this shit type of attitude. They love that. You challenge them to want to be more respectable and more, more mannerable towards you. But at the same time, they're hoping that you could trust whatever they're doing, however they're doing it, because they may be doing it to come back better, as a better version of themselves, with the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Three of Swords. Because when we get through a heartbreak or disappointment, we always come back, we bounce back better with the Three of Swords. All right. So they're hoping, for some of you, this may be very heartbreaking news, or they just don't want you to take this news or this communication hostile or react to it, at least for the 5 minutes anyway. So they do have possibly something that's gut-wrenching or heart-wrenching to tell you, and they're hoping that you don't react, but kind of like accept this situation without judgment with the Queen of Swords. That's what they're hoping. All right. So let's see what additional messages they may want to tell you. Take it as it resonates, you guys. What does this divine masculine want their divine feminine to know? So they already know that you're kind of like turning your nose up to the situation. We could see it here with this card, and that card is like you're pulling away, but they still feel you holding on, or even waiting for them. Deep down in your heart, they know it. It's a lot of heart energy, a lot of heart communication, a lot of heart connections going on. So I'm feeling like for some of your divine masculine, they're in a situation where it feels like life and death, and they're using your love, or the love that they feel for you in their heart, to get them through the suffering. I can't remember my mother. I have no memories of her. I don't like to admit it, but I feel empty from it. So even though, their mother may be on talking terms, it's going back to this childhood energy, because we had the Six of Cups in reverse. So their mother, or whoever was the mother influence, it could have been an auntie, a grandmother, whoever, was not very emotionally supportive. It was not nurturing. It was no hugs. There was no kisses. So therefore, they grew up. So even though they talking now, they hang out together, they do business together, what have you, they still cannot, and we have the King of Cups under. So they still cannot grasp or accept this emotional support that the divine feminine. So their feminine energy is wounded or distorted. We have the King of Cups. So they're holding back a lot of strong desire, a lot of love for you, divine feminine, because they're still trying to face the darkness when it comes to their emotional instability. I'm sorry for not being there for you. So this is what's tripping them up with the Three of Swords. They already knew that they let you down numerous of times. They know that they could be letting down a lot of people that they love as well, children, as well. It feels like children and you is like their focus. I never thought it would turn out this way. I'm heartbroken. Yeah, some of you pulled away very, very hard and cold. You're giving this divine masculine the cold shoulder here. That was too many cards. I'm going to reshuffle. I talked to my closest friends about you. They can't comprehend your unique personality. Yeah, divine feminine, your uniqueness, your Empress energy with the Queen of Swords. You is that bitch. Come on now. You're very smart. You're very intellectual. For some of you, your divine masculine may be so wounded from not receiving genuine feminine energy that they can't accept you. They don't feel like deserving. They don't even know how to reciprocate if they never had like this mothering, nurturing energy. I want to be inside your mind. Think about me for the rest of your life. They don't want you to forget them. And they could feel like you're fading away or pushing away from them, because there's no communication. There's no genuine. There's no, I'm hearing there's no like truth in the communication. So it's like, hi, bye, hey, what's up, just checking in. But it's no truth to how they feel in the communication. It's nothing I could say to change things right now. All talk, no action, unanswered texts. Yeah, they feel very powerless in this hangman's energy. There's no direction they feel. They could even be thinking about, or they were very suicidal before they met you. I feel like time is running out. Please reach out to me. And that could be all energetic, heart space energy, online connection. So they're looking at you online. If you have apps that show when you're online, they could see you. This could be long distance dating. Some of you could have experienced catfishing with your divine masculine, flaking out last minute, or they were not who they say they were online. You know, they could be very talkative online, and then when you get together, they're quiet, they're shy, they're bashful. We have cyber love and FaceTime. So they may want to see you on FaceTime if you guys are not able to see each other in the physical, in your guys' reality. For some of you, I'm hearing your divine masculine suspects that they feel like you think they don't love you. They pick up this energy that you feel they don't have a heart. And they get very worried, they get very shaky, and they feel like it's nothing they could do to persuade you, to convince you that they care. So they don't say anything, they don't answer, or it's very difficult to prove anything to you with the situation that they're powerless in. That's for some of you. They feel like you already convinced yourself that they have no heart for you, or there's no love. This is why they keep letting you down. I feel like they let down a lot of people in their life, though. It's just not only you. And it feels like kids could feel like people that looks up to them too. It says no more inconsistencies, no more lies or wearing masks, no more emotional unavailability, no more letting fears run my life or your life, no more people pleasing. The karmic doesn't trigger me. It's convenient for me. I don't expect you to understand. So if you're dealing with a divine masculine that had no real nurturing, no real emotional support, they're kind of like associating with karmics, or this could be past energy, karmic accounts with individuals that barely even care about them, or display it kind of mirrors who their mother was to them at a young age. So their person, or the person who they kind of like have on the side, or is very inconvenient, and this could be even family members, this could be people that they associate with, longtime friends, school buddies, people that doesn't really care about their well-being, but it feels familiar because their mother was kind of like standoffish, kind of running around dealing with her own business rather than taking care of nurturing or pulling them closer. And that could be a very learned behavior from her mother. So it's like it's going down the line here. So your divine masculine is caught in the middle of emotionally distant parental figures that didn't show their love in a touching way or a nurturing way. It was more like, okay, you could do better. It's always you could do more. And this is where your divine masculine is coming from. So you come in with a lot of this Empress energy of nurturing and, acceptance and love and sharing your love more than you should. At times, your divine masculine didn't know how to receive that. They didn't know how to give back. They didn't know how to show up for that. All right. But right now they're saying, you have to trust me because I'm tired of this past. I'm tired of my past holding me back and hurting me and hurting you. So they're saying, listen, I'm dealing with some karmics right now, but it's convenient. These people are very convenient. My candle just did something there. They're very convenient. I don't expect you to understand why I'm still putting up with this mess, but it's part of my darkness. It's part of me facing my higher path. Don't compromise your standards for me there. All right. So yes, they're on this mission of self-love with the Knight of Cups and the Cups. They're stepping out of their comfort zone by showing up without a mask, by being emotionally available, by not letting their fears run their life, and by stopping this people-pleasing energy. And like I said, their mother could have had this energy from her mother and her mother before that, and it comes from oppression of the masculine energy. So it's like you never tell a person that they're doing great in hopes that they will keep doing more. It's type of the energy that I'm feeling. So your divine masculine may have that same approach. They don't tell you anything because they want you to keep doing more. So here we have temptation, lust, passion, tempted to touch. You leave this divine masculine feeling divine. So that's the truth. You know the truth by how it feels, all right? They don't get this from their life. They get this from you. Excuse me. One more card and we wrap it up. So we have cheating. So the cheating could also correspond with the Knight of Cups and the Three of Swords here. Now, in the past, I feel like this is something that runs in their family as well. They could have seen a lot of cheating going on with their parents or their cultural surroundings. Because of a lack of attention, a lack of companionship, they choose to opt out to what is convenient. But they're starting to see by putting their needs first, it's hurting them and it pushed you away. You get what I'm saying? So they may have been groomed to think that, you know what, if I don't get what I want from this relationship, it's fine to go out and find it somewhere else as long as I don't get caught. As long as nobody don't get hurt, it's fine. But they're starting to realize how disgusting and how that limits the trust, how it diminishes the trust with you and them. So maybe they're karmics, they're all for that drama shit. You know, when somebody get caught is like, oh my God, I have to jump through hoops to show you I'm the better one. And the divine feminine may have been very smart about it and decided to take her love out of the equation, decided to start being smarter about how she approached her divine masculine. And with that, your divine masculine is realizing how putting their needs before their divine feminine or even talking about it has diminished the trust, the faith in this connection and left them in this hangman's position where they have no choice but to deal with this bullshit here, and it turned their life upside down. So even, you know, before you, cheating was like nothing. It was like a part of the process. But dealing with you and cheating on you has turned them into an honest sinner. They now have to face their darkness, their demons, and the angel comes out. You was asking to let go of myself, the one self I know, and that scared me. I'm not willing to change right now, and that's because they have to face their darkness. So it has like 3 groups here. Group 1, this person is going through this cheating phase with you, and they're learning that cheating is not so cool, but they're learning it through your silence or through this no nonsense bullshit energy with the Queen of Swords. For some of you, this person is in the tunnel, facing their darkness, releasing these childhood wounds or resolving them. For some of you, they're close to ending or coming out of this tunnel, where they're going to come in with this Ace of Pentacles and this Ace of Cups, hoping to heal the dynamic between the both of you. Please don't give my loving away. Keep it sacred. So they don't want anybody else with you. They don't want nobody else to take their space. And this is for the groups of you that they're in the tunnel facing their darkness and their demons. They could also be facing a lot of shit with their mother. Kind of putting that in perspective, kind of drinking or doing some sort of self-indulgence as well. It's like some of them have to go back to another karmic or go to a karmic who resembles or who mirrors their mother's actions for them to feel it again. All right. Practice till I and you get it right. Things are shifting in your favor. Love, money, and success. 2, 2, 2. That's the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, confirmation. One person is more ready than the other to settle down or is dealing with their own unfinished business and hasn't got the capacity to maintain the needs of the relationship at this time. Timing is everything. And I like to believe that if your divine masculine is not ready, you're not ready as well, divine feminine. You may feel like you are, but there's always something that you could improve for not only this connection, but yourself, all right? Because again, these connections, these dynamics is helping you to come into this highest expression of the Most High created you in, designed you in. All right, so I hope you guys did enjoy this message. If you did, big up yourself. I know some of you are really tired of the divine masculine keep falling back into their darkness, but they have to keep falling back in order for them to get through it. All right, some of you have your own darkness. It may not be as extreme betrayals, as cheating, as lying, as people pleasing, but you do have your own darknesses that you have to kind of like overcome. So instead of fixating on your divine masculine's flaws and their imperfections, focus on what you could kind of improve to get that abundance flowing with the Empress energy. Go back to studying, go back to teaching, go back into developing your spiritual practice, go back into helping the earth, your body as well with that Empress energy. So let your divine masculine figure it out. I feel like the more silence there is, the more that they could focus on their heart space and their mind, getting it into alignment. Don't compromise your standards, for me, is the biggest theme here for me. This love is always a deeper pleasure for this divine masculine, or it brings deeper pleasure for your divine masculine. So know that your divine masculine loves you unconditionally. They just have to get up on that level. They have to meet that level. It's there, it's dormant, but they have to activate it themselves, all right? To be better for you, to be better for this connection and moving forward, all right? So yeah, big up yourself. Thank you guys so much for your support, your donations, and tips to the free readings here in the Hourglass. And I'll see you guys in another channel message. Chat to you guys later. Ciao.